the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, starting at verse 1, and it reads, Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. I'm going to start off by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to Elohim Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Chakadosh B'Katham. Double honors to my apostles, the elders of the great millstone, who teach and do rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and the freedom to do so, not more so than ever. Shalom to the Akim and the Aqua out there listening and learning. Lord will lead us as edified. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations, but subscribing to this truth. To you, I say Shalom. It's your brother Yahweh Sop out of the GMS Cleveland Church, a fellow servant, coming at you with another lesson through the Spirit and through the power of Yahweh Shemiah Shai. This lesson is in regards to an article I seen on my Newsbreak app, and pretty much going into well, I'm gonna just read the headline, and it reads: Mayhem erupts over new $15 surcharge. Every driver will have to pay to travel over certain streets as state battles back. So fireworks will explode in federal court as warring parties are scheduled to argue over a controversial new toll. So pretty much they're about for riding these streets, because these municipalities and states is hurting, because you got your states and your governments that get their money from the taxing the citizens. Well, times is hard. The evil day is here, and you got a lot of people that don't have jobs or the means to because of inflation, the price of living, yada, yada, yada. These things are affecting people's budgets. You got a lot of people going without cars, So with all that taking place, the government has to have you figure out a way for you to spend more money. So now they about to tax, the citizens for, using particular streets. I believe this is in New York. Yeah, God. It says New York City is working towards launching congestion pricing in parts of its most popular space-strapped streets. So they came up with a law where they go tax on certain streets because it's congested, because so many people use it. They're going to tax you an extra $15. And, this is nothing new, taxation. But, like they're saying, you got people battling back because people can't, price of living is already high, And this is just another one of their unrighteous decrees. I'm going to start back at verse 2. To turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people. Well, who's going to affect the most? The poor, you jakes, you know what I mean? It's affecting Esau as well, that's why. But Esau going to buck back, you know what I mean? And it's going to get to the point they going to be fuck going to court and all that, You got to remember, these Edomites are gun-toting, gun-ho Americans, They believe in, their First Amendment right, which really ain't a right. You're going to see that. Just like people thought they had the freedom to drive when that's a privilege for real. You didn't make the roadways. These the people in power did, so they could choose to charge you to ride on them as much as they want. You know what I mean? It's funny. It says to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And who are the widows in the prey, and who are the fatherless? So-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, Indians, West Indians, and Haitians. You pretty much the Israelites, because a lot of the laws are set up directly to affect you. It's going to affect the poor first and foremost. Another one. What's it? The book of the book of Psalms. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 94, and verse 20, and it reads, Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? So, these devils, because they're in their power, they're in rulership, scriptures tell you in the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of judges thereof. Who's the earth right now? Who has power? Whose face is on the money? Whose face is, pretty much depicted as the people of the Bible when it's coming out. The brother put it in the group chat. It's coming out that these Edomites, Putin, which is an Edomite, is the Lord got a spirit on him. He pretty much exposing the fact he's exposing the lies of Babylon the Great, aka America. But nonetheless, and they fry a lot of the mischief and a lot of the wickedness they do. They frame it by law. You know, they try to pass that law as far as with the jump shot. They try they try to mandate that. They didn't expect as much kickback and people to buck up to it as much as they did. But that's still lightweight somewhere in the books, which they gonna spring back with that eventually. That shit ain't went nowhere. They just stopped speaking on it. So I'm gonna bring up a little bit about it because, like I said, the point been made. They about to try to tax people for driving the streets. It says New Jersey lawyers have argued that the MTA didn't thoroughly review the environmental impact on neighboring communities. An MTA spokesperson. Hold on. It says long silver arms will mount license plates readers. So they got money to build this. So they building. Look at that. They building like technology where they can monitor all the license plate and probably will have a system where they could just take it out your that look like they setting up for some like beast infrastructure type shit. Look at all them cameras. Long silver arms with mounted license plate readers have resurrected through Lower Manhattan. It says Phil Murphy, New Jersey's governor, will take officials to court over the toll proposals. However, New Jersey state officials have argued the toll will impact the state's air quality. The state of New Jersey's lawyers will descend on the Newark federal court Wednesday and Thursday. And that's spiritual because, this is the governor of New Jersey, and pretty much he's not with, the state. Pretty much trying to, create this tax, So he said he's going to take him to court. The state of New Jersey's lawyers will descend on a Newark federal court Wednesday and Thursday. They are set to take on congestion pricing positive parties, including the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Federal Highway Administration, and the Metropolitan Transit Authority. So pretty much it's the federal government against the state government. And that's a kingdom divided, Mark chapter 3. If a kingdom be divided, it cannot stand, but have an end, So, it said the rules will impose a $3.75 to $15 toll on cars driving through Manhattan's grid south of 61st Street. So, again, they figured out a way to try to tax, people that's already overtaxed and overburdened with the cost of living today and inflation. And it's going, this may not be the tipping scale or make somebody go ape shit, but it'd be those little slow cuts. You know what I mean? It'd be the slow cuts. The death by 1,000 cuts when that final cut kill you. You know what I mean? So because again, a little pressure can bust or break a. It's always like that. Be a little piece of pressure that hit the pipe in the wrong way and the pipe explode. And that's gonna be these people. So it's lucky I didn't mean to do that. So with that being said, now the thing is, it's always been taxation. It's nothing new. This is the book of Mark chapter 12. And I'm going to start at verse 14. And it says, and when they were come, they say unto him, Master, we know that thou art true and carest for no man, for thou regardest not the person of men, but teachest the way of the Most High in truth. Is it lawful to give tribute to Caesar or not? So when you're going to tribute, basically that's the taxing. They said, they were trying to catch him up. This was the Pharisees and Sadducees, the wicked scribes, Pharisees. They were trying to catch him up, so they were trying to put words in his mouth. And that's why he going to make the statement he going to make. But again, it's always been taxation. And, the thing is, the scriptures say, live peaceable with all men, So the scriptures talk about the Lord Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the authorities that put into place by the Most High. It's when these people that's in power try to have you go against, the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High God, especially when it comes down to that CHIP, that you got to take a stand. What you gonna trust in, man or the Most High? It says, verse 15, Mark 12 and 15. Shall we give or shall we not give? But he, knowing their hypocrisy, said unto them, Why tempt ye me? Bring me a penny that I may see it. Verse 16. And they brought it, and he saith unto them, Whose is this image and superscription? And they said unto him, Caesar's. And Yahushua answering said unto them, Render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to the Most High the things that are the Most High. And they marveled at him, because Yahushua, who you people ever call Jesus Christ, was cold with his word. You know what I mean? He had them people confounded. You know, they was trying to catch him up, but he had them confounded. But to show you everything's the will of the Lord, remember, I was thinking about this, there was times that Yahushua would heal people and say, don't go tell nobody. And they would go tell, because that was the will of the Lord for it to happen the way it happened. That's another proof of that Yahushua and the Most High God is two separate entities. Also, the scriptures talk about store up your treasures in heaven. So he's saying, whose face is on the money. We're going to get taxed. Brother told me this, and it cut because it's the truth. America basically means bitter. It's going to be very bitter here before the end. The Lord, I'm working in a factory. We dealing with a press brake, and I'm just looking at pressure. You know what I mean? It's deep. It's truly deep. Because these people gonna be to the point where they gonna motherfucking lose it. You know what I'm saying? It's Romans chapter 13. Just proving that it's always taxes. Romans chapter 13, verse 6. For this cause pay ye tribute also, for they are the Most High's ministers, attending continually upon this very thing. So again, the tribute going into the taxing. We pay tribute to the our heads, our apostles. I know, I was able to actually, pay tribute to our elders and apostles, because they do the work of the church. They're supposed to be compensated, if you're able to. But and that, Caesar, which is these Edomites, they tribute too, and they gonna get it. They try to develop a system where it's all paperless and all digital. So therefore, as soon as they give it to you, they can take it back. They was talking about that in Moab in China. Motherfucker jaywalk. By the time he got over across the street, they done went into his account, seen who it was, went into his account, took the money out before he even crossed the street. And that's what they want to implement here. That's why Klaus Schwab kept on big up and then commending China, because that's the system that they want in place. So, and you got people who want this shit to continue and keep going on, a prison planet indeed, like Alex Jones always said. This so hard times is coming. This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 7. I'm gonna start at verse 3, and it reads, Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send my anger upon thee, and will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense upon thee all thine abominations, and my eye shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity. So everybody about to go through it. Everybody. That's why you see so much uptick in violence, because people is losing and stressing out. I wonder what's going to happen after this eclipse. And I can't tell you what exactly, but I do know something. Brother Bakar Moff just did a video about that. They said Indiana's declared a state of emergency right before the eclipse. I wonder what is about to happen. You got to question it. You got states, and and I've experienced a solar eclipse before. I remember I was in high school at the time. And they didn't shut everything down and shut down schools and none of that shit. We was in school when they did it. So you got to really question what's going on. It could be smoke screens and mirrors, or it could be something they know. Because they not going to basically let, the citizens know. If it was a meteor about to hit the earth, they're not going to let the citizens know like that. It'd be mass panic. When you're controlling a massive amounts of people, you can't, release certain information. But I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thine abominations shall be in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Verse 5, thus saith the Lord, power and evil and only evil behold is come. And when you go on that word evil, is eve, time, ill, bad. Bad times is approaching, especially when they keep on coming up with these unique, innovative ways to, keep taxing the people that don't have it. So like I said again, 2 Timothy chapter 3 talks about perilous days, calipas, dangerous. Because the harder it get, the more people going to get stressed out and the more violence going to erupt, just like in the days of Noah. So with that, if you're so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, Seminole Indian, West Indian, or Haitian, I implore you to come back to the law, statutes, commandments of your power, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, you will be destroyed. With that, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to call Elohim La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rachakodesh B'Katham. I say double honors to my apostles, the elders of the great millstone, who teach and do rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and the freedom to do so. Now more so than ever. Shalom to the Akim and the Aquath out there listening and learning, Lord willingly edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land and other nations appearing like the other nations, but subscribing to this truth. To you, I say shalom. Till next time I'm able to come with another lesson, I say shalom, shalom, and Kwam Yasharallah. Shalom.